You have IRS tax problems? Are they keeping you up at night? If your tax problems are affecting your family life, you need to know you have options. Call Ted Watkins, enrolled agent before IRS, the tax expert who will handle your case. We negotiate settlements with the IRS, the Arizona Department of Revenue, as well as prepare past due tax returns. Call us at 602-363-1952 or 602-418-7308.
And now, live from the KFNX studios in beautiful downtown Phoenix, it's Pain Management Arizona with Bob Miller.
Good morning. I am Bob Miller. I'm a licensed massage therapist, neuromuscular trigger point specialist, and pain management specialist, and owner of New Serenity Massage in Peoria and Phoenix. I'm here with you every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. right here on 1100 a.m. KFNX. I'm also streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. Just search for Pain Management Arizona on YouTube or Facebook, and you can watch radio. I do specialize in therapeutic massage with trigger point therapy. This is not just basic massage. This is real lasting pain relief for things like headaches, back pains, migraines, shoulder, hip, sciatic pain, even numbness in the hands or feet. I've had a lot of success with actually relieving peripheral neuropathy in people's feet that they've had for many, many years. And I do have 2 locations in the valley that I could work on yet. The main location is in Peoria at about 94th Drive and Thunderbird out in the avenues. It's just off the 101 freeway at Sonoran Life Solutions Counseling Offices. And another location is right downtown here at Urban Wellness. It's in Phoenix on 7th Street between Thomas and McDowell. I have availability on Sundays at Urban Wellness, and every day I have available out at the Sonoran Life Solutions location in Peoria. You can call me at 541 END PAIN, ENDPAIN, 541 END PAIN, or you can get all the information on my website. Just go to painmanagementarizona.com. That's all the way spelled out, painmanagementarizona.com. A 1-hour therapeutic massage session with me is only $60 per hour, which is about half the price of what the big chain massage places are charging. And there you're just going to get a basic Swedish relaxation massage. They don't have many people that are very adept at pain management and trigger point therapy. I've worked at many of those places over the years, Massage Envy, Elements, Hand and Stone. I worked for the Marriott, Hilton, and all those places. All the people that I met that were also massage therapists for much longer than myself, none of them knew how to do what I can do. They normally were, very often referring their clients to me saying, I can't get rid of this lady's headaches. Can I tell her to book with you? Or can't get rid of this guy's back pain. Can I have him book with you? And it's a really very effective technique. It's very gentle, very painless. Starts out kind of like basic massage just to warm up the area. But then I find where the points are in the muscles that are knotted up, because we all get knots in our muscles. It's part of being alive and moving. But once you get a knot that's actually right on a nerve, that's when you start feeling pain in a different part of the body. And I have a very gentle technique of getting these knots to release with some direct pressure. As I said, it's very gentle. I don't grind elbows into anybody, but it's very precise, it's almost kind of like a very precise deep tissue type of massage. With the pressure I put on the muscle, I get the muscle to release. Because what a knot is the muscles are made up of fibers. When a muscle's held tight for long periods of time, tightened suddenly, over tightened, or impacted, some of the fibers get stuck in the tight position. And it stops blood flow because blood cannot flow through a tight muscle, because it's waiting for the muscle to relax to continue the blood flow, because the body releases acetylcholine through the neurotransmitters So the chemical acetylcholine is in the blood, in the muscle, and that's what's telling it to tighten up. And when you start to relax it, fresh blood comes in, washes that chemical out, and the muscle is not tight anymore. But when it gets stuck, that acetylcholine gets stuck in there and it can't get washed out. So the muscles, that one fiber or several fibers, stays tight. And then it causes more knots to form because the other fibers connected to it can't relax. And what I do is I gently get in there and release what's going on, and then the pressure's off the nerve, and it's all takes care of it. Again, to get more information on how to book an appointment with me, or more, read up more information on trigger points and pain issues, just go to my website, painmanagementarizona.com, or you can call me directly at 541 end pain. I also have all my sponsors and trusted businesses on my website too, on the sponsors page there, such as, a couple that I talk about every now and then are the West Valley Center for Spiritual Living. It's a multi-denominational place of worship. They have services beginning at 10 a.m. today on Sundays. They're in Peoria on 99th Avenue in Peoria. Their website is wvcsl.com. That's the initials for West Valley Center for Spiritual Living, wvcsl.com. And you can find information about them on my website as well. And there's these are not paid endorsements I'm doing right now. These are people I believe in and trust. And so I like to give them a shout out on the radio every now and then. The other is the Country Doctor, which I'm going to actually soon, hopefully, be able to do medical massage at her office. They're here in Peoria, where my main office is, and they actually do house calls. So you can find their contact information on my website on the sponsors page too. And of course, I want to give a special shout out to Joe's Auto on Cave Creek Road in Phoenix. They got my vehicle running for me again. My vehicle died on the way home week and a half ago, and they arranged to have it taken to the shop, took me home, dropped me off, and about a day and a half later, it's running better than it ever has. I have a 2001 SUV with over 200,000 miles on it. They got it running great, but I have their contact information on my painmanagementarizona.com site as well on the sponsors page. I like to, if I run into a business or an organization that does right by me, or I believe they're doing a good thing, I put them on my page. I give them a little bit of a shout out. And if you listen to my show often, you'll also know I do the opposite as well. I will warn you guys if I run across a business that is not doing anything above board. Because in my business, I've only been in business for a couple years myself, being my own business. And I do things honestly. I believe in honesty. I believe in good customer service, which is really hard to find these days. Because I just really don't understand how companies can take advantage of people. Do they not realize that the world is so connected with social media and the internet now that it used to be that for every I think they used to say for every person that's unhappy with a business, they're going to tell 10 people that they're unhappy with that particular business. But now it's, at least 100, if not 1,000, because everybody puts it online and everybody else can find out about it. And everybody has review pages online. And now it's, it just makes a whole lot more sense to do right by people, give them an honest deal, to give them a quality service. And then they're going to come back and they're going to tell their friends, family, coworkers to come back. I would say 50% of my business is referral, because people come to me with their headaches, migraines, back pain, etc. I give them a fair price. I give them an incredible service that can actually relieve their pain permanently. And then, of course, they want to tell everybody they care about where they can go to get their own pains to go away. But as I said, a lot of very, what people call chronic conditions, such as the migraines. I've got a 98% success rate completely alleviating migraines and headaches. I mean, not just if you walk in with the migraine or headache, which I love when people do that because I can ask them halfway through the session, "Oh, your headache's gone, isn't it? Or your migraine's gone, isn't it?" And they're like, "Yeah, it is." And but I it's lasting relief. What I do is a permanent fix of the existing problem. Yes, you can, if you do the same type of behaviors, the same type of having your head in the wrong position for long periods of time, or staring at your computer funny, or the biggest one is staring down at your cell phone. Yeah, you're going to get new knots in the same muscles and probably start aggravating the same nerves, and the headaches will come back, or the problem will come back. But I also help educate people when I'm talking to people, during a session. It's not a quiet, fluffy relaxation massage type of environment. I don't turn down the lights and turn up the music and, have a flower behind your ears. No hot stones, no aromatherapy. This is medical massage, therapeutic massage. This is finding where the issue is and getting it to release and making it not be an issue anymore. I've had people that have suffered for decades with the conditions, like the one lady I always, love to mention. She was just amazing to me. She had had a daily headache every single day for 18 years. I worked on her for 1 hour. Her headache was gone. When I saw her after she got dressed and came back into the room, I asked her, I said, kind of nice not to have a headache, isn't it? And she said, "This is so weird. I forgot what it felt like for my head not to hurt." And I have had so many people that have suffered with migraines, multiple migraines per week. That's why it kind of bugs me when one of the migraine commercials for one of the medications that they want to charge you almost $700, $600 or $700 a month for an injection for migraines. Uh, they claim people that have migraines 3 to 4 times a month got a 50% reduction, and that was 28% of the people that took it got a 50% reduction. And I looked and it said, well, 15% got the same results with a placebo, sugar pill type of concept. So basically that knocks down their percentage to only 13. So basically 1 out of 10 people got half reduction of migraines that were spending $7,000 a year for this drug. I get people that come to me, they're getting 3 or 4 migraines a week, and they, have a 1 hour session with me, only pay me $60, and they don't get migraines anymore at all. It just really amazes me how much people waste money, insurance money, however you want to look at it, and time and years of still getting the migraines by going through the medication routes. And again, I only charge $60 per hour, 2 locations, Thunderbird Road out at 94th Drive out in Peoria, and 7th Street between Thomas and McDowell in Phoenix. And the phone number again is 541 end pain. Easiest way to reach me. If I'm in a session, obviously I don't answer my phone, but you'll get a recording that tells you the main office number for the Peoria office. And again, $60 an hour. You got nothing to lose, everything to gain. I've not had anybody that did not say that they didn't at least feel better. And 98% of the people I work on got complete relief in one session. And some people take a couple more sessions. But I do, like I said, I also help you with stretches that you can do for your specific issue that might help you out. I talk to you about what it is that you're doing in your day quite often that is causing these muscle groups to knot up. Because when you tell me what's the problem is, I don't look in a book. I don't look at what other people have written down saying, "Oh, symptom this, do this," like doctors do. When you tell me what's going on, I get the anatomy of the body pictures are flashing in my mind, and I'm thinking of where the nerve that comes from that area is running through your body. What are common areas that people get knots in the muscle? And then I start the massage, and I can feel in your muscle with my fingertips exactly where these knots are. Just yesterday, I went over to Urban Wellness. They had a pyramid training, for they have a pyramid for it's a meditation type of therapy that they do, and I was interested in that, so I went. And the one of the ladies that I had on my show last year, she is an acupuncturist there. She came up to me and she's holding her forearm. It says, "I've got this pain in my arm. When I move my wrist, my forearm is hurting." And I said, "Well, let me see." And I, took her arm and I felt around on her arm, and within a couple seconds, I found where the spot was, and I told her, I said, "Okay, I'm going to press on this spot." And I held onto the spot, and within about 30 seconds, the pain was completely gone. And she's like, "Oh, wow, it feels so much better." There are so many pains that we get that are very easy to fix if you can just get the tension in the muscle, which is tension in the muscle is caused by knots in the muscle. You get the knot to release, the tension's gone, the pressure's off the nerve, the pain goes away. Same thing applies to headaches, shoulder pain, back pain, hip pain. It's very, very simple. There are, some types of problems that are beyond my capabilities, obviously. If somebody's got a degenerative disc, herniated disc, ruptured disc that's bothering the sciatic nerve, I can't make that go completely away, but I normally can get pain relief because there are so many other muscles involved that are assisting that pain happening. And the migraines is one of the big ones all the time. People tell me they've been on medications for their migraines for years. They've been seeing doctors and specialists and neurologists and not getting the help they want or need. And they come to me, and I know exactly where, I could bore you with all the technical talk of how it is. It's the upper trapezius on the accessory nerve that intervenes with the trigeminal and facial nerves, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, bare bones facts is we get the knots out of your shoulder muscles. It's not pressing on the nerve, and you don't get the headaches anymore. It's very simple, very basic, very passive, very gentle. And I do have availability 7 days a week, even on weekends and most holidays. Um, so you can go on my website and book directly an appointment there. There's a button that says click here to book at Peoria office. It'll pop up with a calendar. You pick which day you want to come in. It'll show you what times are available, and you just let it know, and it will automatically book you and send me a text so I know that you have an appointment. Or you can call my number, the 541 end pain number. That's 541 end pain, and talk with me directly if you want have questions about what's going on with you. And we can book you an appointment that way, or you can call the main office number that's on the voicemail because you very likely to get my voicemail especially if I'm in an appointment with somebody, I turn the ringer off on my phone, obviously, because nobody wants somebody answering the phone in the middle of their appointment. But it is a really fascinating technique I've developed. As I've mentioned before, when I got done with massage school, I had already found out uh, that trigger point therapy had some amazing benefits if done correctly, and I had to take it to the next level. So I studied all the different types of body work modalities I could find information on. So I got licensed in massage therapy, and I continued to study. I studied acupuncture, acupressure, shiatsu, Thai massage, lomi, and anything I could get my hands on, and took the best parts of all these modalities and compared them to what I knew and to each other and to the anatomy of the body, the nervous system, the muscular system, and the skeletal system, and figured out, hey, there is definitely something real about what's going on here. A lot of the modalities had been developed thousands of years ago before they even knew what a nervous system was. And they were pretty much, by guess and by golly, trial and error, discovering the nervous system. Because if you look at the old charts, acupuncture charts of the human body, they will say stab a needle here for headaches, stab a needle here for back pain. And that is going to directly coincide with the nerves that I work. So basically, what I'm doing is just a much more scientific anatomical version of what they were just trying to do by stabbing needles into muscles. And the shiatsu is literally translates to finger pressure, but they had a map that they say you press these two spots are 6 points up the back, 6 points down the arm, which the spots they are pressing are right pretty close to right along the nerves. So there you're going to accidentally get some stuff to loosen up, and which will make things feel better because it's the tension in the muscle, it's the knots in the muscle that are pressing on the nerve that's causing a random signal to go up and down that nerve. Because your nerve, yeah, as everybody pretty much knows, your nervous system of your body is the electrical system of your body. It is electricity that is running up and down your nerves. And it's just like if you plug a speaker wire into something to play music and it's not plugged in just right or not plugged in all the way, you're going to get a buzz or a hum coming over that speaker. And that's exactly what's happening with your nervous system is you got a knot in the muscle that's up against the nerve. So that signal that's coming from your hip, there's no problem in your hip most of the time in the actual hip. It's on the nerve coming from the hip where you're getting a buzz or a hum coming along with the natural signal that's supposed to be coming from the hip, the foot, the leg, the arm, the hand. And the brain doesn't understand this extra kind of interruption. So the brain tries to protect you and tells you it's pain. So most of the time, it's not going to be where you feel the pain. The spot that's bothering you is not going to be where the trouble's located. And I am an expert at finding where the true source of the problem is and getting it to release. And as I said before, finding out what it is you're doing in your life on a daily basis on your job. Maybe you're spending too much time with your head in a downward position, staring at your phone. Maybe you have a computer screen that's off to one side, or the TV in the living room, screen's a little bit off to one side. So you'll sit and watch movies with your head just turned slightly. And spending a lot of time with your head turned slightly, or your back twisted slightly, or your head down, or your leg in a weird position is going to cause muscle to knot up and going to cause you problems. Going to cause you back pain, hip pain, headaches, shoulder pain, numbness and tingling in the fingers, which, 80% of carpal tunnel diagnoses have been shown to not actually be carpal tunnel syndrome. Unfortunately, a lot of people get sent for surgeries and they still have the problem. Plus, now they got to heal up from a surgery they didn't need. And I did have one gentleman that was an airline pilot. He did international flights as well as domestic. So sometimes he'd be sitting in the cockpit of the airplane for, 10, 12 hours at a time. And I was trying to figure out what body position was causing his low back pain. And it turns out it was one of the most basic things I had heard about from the time I was a kid is he kept his wallet in his back pocket. So all the time he spends sitting, his pelvis is being cocked to the side, tilted at an angle. And so you're spending several hours with your pelvis at an angle like that. It's going to cause problems in your low back. And so we got the nerves out. I told him, start carrying your wallet in your front pocket or take it out of your pocket when you're sitting down for long periods of time. And he hasn't come back. I haven't seen him in about a year. His back pain has not come back. And it's a great thing. But again, my website is painmanagementarizona.com. Phone number is 541-END-PAIN. That's 541-END-PAIN. Can get a hold of me directly if you have questions or want to book an appointment with me directly. You can book an appointment directly online as well at the painmanagementarizona.com. And all my sponsors and businesses that I do trust, I put their business cards on the sponsors page. Another good tip, especially with it getting hot, it's already probably like 95 degrees outside at 9:30 in the morning. I think a high temperature day is expected to be about 280 degrees. At least it's going to feel like that. Stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water. Always drink at least half your body weight in ounces per day. That's when you're inside in the air conditioning all day. When you're out in the heat or exercising, drink double that. Drink your body weight in ounces or even more. Plenty of water. Stay hydrated. Do some stretching. Stay comfortable. And check out my website. Find out how to book an appointment and book an appointment. Get those pains you thought would never go away to go away. Again, it's painmanagementarizona.com. Painmanagementarizona.com. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye, everybody.
The information and opinions you hear on this radio show are those of the host, guests, and callers, and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of KFNX, its affiliates, management, or advertisers.
Visit us online at 1100kfnx.com. Arizona's only independent voice. Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.